Please pray along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshadarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण. प्रपन्ना पारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita 11th chapter, Universal Form. 54th Sloka we have completed. Let me present that Sloka once. Yes, this is the Sloka. Bhaktya tva ananyaya sakhya aham evam vido arjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Can someone read the translation once? Hare Krishna. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. In the previous shloka, Krishna explains how it is not possible to understand or see Krishna. In this shloka, Krishna explains how one can see and understand Krishna. Simply by studying Vedas or performing charity or dana or doing yagyas, fire sacrifice, worshipping, one cannot superficially doing all this cannot understand Krishna. That is not alone possible. Then what is needed, Krishna? What is needed? Ananya Bhakti, undivided devotional service. That is needed. Only by Ananya Bhakti. This is the only way that Krishna is giving. And in this only Ananya Bhakti process, there are a lot of opportunities, lot of ways we can do this Ananya Bhakti. We have seen Sri Prabhupada's commentary, purport on this. All the process, all the activities that are mentioned in the previous sloka, studying Vedas or donating or performing charity or worshipping, all of them can be used. All of them can be used as a means to perform devotional service. But if they are done alone in a superficial way for other motives, that will not help anyone. That cannot lead you to Krishna. We can understand, we can study Vedas, we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and try to understand Krishna. And we can do tapasya, fasting for Janmashtami, like festivals on Ekadashis. We can do charity, we can donate for the highest cause. One who is preaching Krishna consciousness, we can donate to them, the devotees, as glorified by Rupa Goswami. And also we learned that how Krishna, two-handed form, is the rarest. Though the universal form is rare, the two-handed form of Krishna is the rarest, and Krishna in this Shyam Sundar two-handed form is a source of four-handed form and also universal form that we have seen. Prabhupada gave a lot of references from different Upanishads showing how we need to perform the worship in Krishna and how we need to understand the position of Krishna, how he is the cause of all causes, he is the origin of all the incarnations, all the Vishnus and universal form, Kala Rupa, Vishwarupa, everyone. And we have seen some prayers from Brahma Samhita, where it is described the form of Krishna as a Satchitananda Vigraha. Sat, Chit, and Ananda. How is the body of Krishna made? Eternity, knowledge, and bliss. Krishna's body is only Ananda. Krishna's body is only knowledge. His body is spiritual form. It is not that inside Krishna something is there, outside Krishna something is there. That is, they are different. No. Krishna's outside and inside, everything is Krishna only. Is spiritual form. Not like us, where we have this material body outside, and inside we are present soul. So one cannot understand Krishna completely. No one can understand Krishna completely. That is mentioned earlier in previous chapters. Krishna is beyond the range of the head, but not beyond the reach of the heart. Though we may not completely understand Krishna, but we can completely love Krishna with full honesty, full heart. We can love Krishna. That is what Krishna is asking for. And God is not a concept to be learned. He is a person to be loved. You can't understand or analyze Krishna materially, because Krishna's body is not made up of matter. His composition is, he is made up of Satchidananda Vigraha. His body is full of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, Ananda. You can't prove or disprove whether God exists using science, because science is limited to material level. Coming to dimensions, Krishna is higher dimension. You can't understand Krishna because you are in a lower dimension. Only Krishna will choose who can understand, who can know. He'll pull you up and he will show the position of Krishna. How is that possible? When we love, when we want to, when we are eager to know Krishna, then Krishna will show out of his causeless mercy. He'll pull us. That is a summary. The essence is that by Ananya Bhakti, undivided, unmixed devotion. Not that 50% I will love Krishna, 50% I have my other business. No, that is not possible. Ananya Bhakti, unmotivated and uninterrupted devotional service. That is needed. Only then we can understand Krishna. Now in this Sloka 11.55, this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Here Krishna summarizes what is presented in this 11th chapter. 1 to 54 slokas are summarized in this sloka. Please hear attentively. Let me recite the sloka. Mat karma krin mat paramo mad bhakta sangavarjita nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yasa mam eti pandava. Once again. Mat karma krin mat paramo mad bhakta sangavarjita nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yasa mam eti pandava. Can someone read the translation?
Bro.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yes, my dear Arjun, he who engaged in my pure devotional service free from the contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. In this sloka, Krishna explains, who will attain me? Who can reach to me? There are some, there are list of things. When one fulfills them, then they can attain Krishna, certainly come to Krishna. What are they? We will one by one understand them through the purport. Hare Krishna. Other than Shresh Prabhu, can someone read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can I read?
Yes, Prabhu, sure.
Anyone who wants to approach the supreme of all the personalities of Godhead on the Krishna Loka planet in the spiritual sky and be intimately connected with the Supreme Personality Krishna must take this formula as stated by Supreme himself. Therefore, this verse is considered to be the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a book directed to the conditioned soul who are engaged in the material world with the purpose of lording it over nature and who do not know of the real spiritual life. The Bhagavad Gita is meant to show how one can understand his spiritual existence and his eternal relationship with the spiritual personality and to teach one how to go back home, back to Godhead. Now, here is a verse which clearly explains the process by which one can attain success in his spiritual activity, devotional service. As far as work is concerned, one should transfer his energy entirely to Krishna consciousness activities, as stated in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Anan Anasaktasya Vishayan Yatharam Upayunjatah Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchayate. No work should be done by any man except in relationship to Krishna. This is called Krishna Karma. One may be engaged in various activities, but one should not be attached to the result of his work. The result should be done only for him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Piyush Prabhu, can you continue this slide also?
Yes, Prabhu. For example, one may be engaged in business, but to transform that activity into Krishna consciousness, one has to do business for Krishna. If Krishna is the proprietor of the business, then Krishna should enjoy the profit of the business. If a businessman is in possession of thousands and thousands of dollars, and if he has to offer all this to Krishna, he can do it. This is work for Krishna. Instead of constructing a big building for his sense gratification, he can construct a nice temple for Krishna. And he can install the deity of Krishna and arrange for the deity's service, as is outlined in the authorized books of devotional service. This is all Krishna karma. One should not be attached to the result of his work, but the result should be offered to Krishna and one should accept as prasadam the remnants of offerings to Krishna. If one constructs a very big building for Krishna and installs the deity of Krishna, one is not prohibited from living there, but it is understood that proprietor of the building is Krishna. That is called Krishna consciousness. If, however, one is not able to construct a temple for Krishna, one can engage himself in cleansing the temple of Krishna. That is also Krishna karma. One can cultivate a garden. Anyone who has land in India, at least any poor man has a certain amount of land, can utilize that for Krishna by growing flowers to offer him. One can sow tulsi plants because tulsi leaves are very important and Krishna has recommended this in Bhagavad Gita. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Krishna desires that one offer him either a leaf or a flower or fruit or a little water, and by such an offering he is satisfied. This leaf especially refers to the tulsi. So one can show tulsi and pour water on the plant. Thus, even the poorest man can engage in the service of Krishna. These are some of the examples of how one can engage in working for Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Piyush Prabhu. Yes. Here, mad karma, krin, mad paramo, mad bhakta, sangha varchita, nirvaira sarva bhuteshu, yasa mam yetti pandava. So there are five things mentioned. First one is mat karma krin, one who engages in my pure devotional service, free from contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation. And second one is mat paramo, he who makes me the supreme goal of life. Mat karma krin means who works for Krishna in pure devotion. And second one is mat paramo, who makes Krishna as the supreme goal, paramo. And third one is mat bhakta, one who becomes devotee of Krishna. Fourth one is sangha varjita, gives up bad association. Nirvaira sarva bhuteshu, nirvaira, no vaira, no enmity towards all the bhutas, all the living beings. Sarva bhuteshu, yasa mam eti pandava. Such a person will certainly come to me open. In this five, first one is one who works for Krishna. That is a topic that we are discussing today. So what does working for Krishna means? In the previous chapters, Krishna explains that one can do any work one is prescribed to be doing, and they can offer the results to me. So that is one level. But here Krishna is saying one can offer the work itself. This is more higher level than the previous one, where one desires to do work they want. If I, for example, I am a software developer. I work for a company. So I desire to work which is not that directly or completely related to Krishna. But if I desire, I can offer a portion of my results, maybe salary or anything, to Krishna. So that is offering results, offering fruits of a work. And higher level is offering the work itself to Krishna, which means working for Krishna. That is, one can have a lot of skills or whatever one has, one can use it to please Krishna. So if someone, as Prabhupada mentions here, there are some examples how one can dovetail working in Krishna consciousness. One may be engaged in a business. So one can transform that activity into Krishna consciousness by doing business for Krishna. You may be constructing a very big buildings, you may have real estate as your profession, then you can construct a very nice temple for Krishna instead of constructing buildings and for your own enjoyment, sense gratification. This is called Krishna karma. Whatever activities one can perform, you can perform them for Krishna. If you have some land, you can offer that land to Krishna by planting tulsi leaves and different flowers, growing different flowers, and you can offer those flowers to Krishna. In this way, one can use the land. If a person is not that much rich and he is not capable of doing all these big tasks, then he can use his own body or he can use his mind. How can I serve Krishna? He can use his intelligence in guiding other people who are trying to serve Krishna. At different levels, people can perform Krishna karma, can perform work for Krishna. That is completely free from reactions. Just like we have Newton's laws of gravity, Newton's laws of motion. So this Newton's laws of gravity aren't applicable in space. They are applicable only on Earth. So there are some conditions where the laws are applicable and they are not applicable. So similarly, these laws of nature, that material nature, this laws of karma, where you perform some action, you get some reaction. This law is also not applicable every time. When it is not applicable, when you are performing the same work for Krishna, you are giving the work itself to Krishna, and completely the results and work, everything is for Krishna. That work, that is Krishna karma, then this law is not applicable. The law of karma, where you get some reaction, that is not applicable. Instead of getting some good or bad reaction, you get bhakti when you perform Krishna karma. Your love towards Krishna will increase, and along with that, your heart also will get purified. Such is the potency of Krishna karma. Because here, this shloka, Prabhupada explains as the summary of Bhagavad Gita. Among these 5 activities, the first activity is Krishna karma. If you do this, then you will attain Krishna. One can reach Krishna. And there is also a reference from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Anasaktasya vishayan yatarham upayunjata nirbandha Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagyamuchyate. No work should be done by any man except in relationship to Krishna. That is called Krishna karma. One may be engaged in various activities, but one should not be attached to the results of his work. The result should be done only for him. Also, here it is mentioned that if that activity is not related to Krishna, not connected to Krishna, and if it is done for your enjoyment, that is not Krishna karma. You have to do it for Krishna. The work also is to be done for Krishna, and the results also is to be done for Krishna. It is not that you are doing some activity in Krishna, even in Krishna consciousness, you are doing some work, you are offering something to Krishna, and the results you are thinking, I am doing, I am so great that I am doing this. I am very expert in scriptures. I am explaining everything to devotees. I am very expert in collecting donations. I have a lot of network. I know a lot of people. So because of that only temple is running. So this kind of attachment to the work and results will make us fall down. That is not Krishna karma. Here it is mentioned. One should not be attached to the results of his work. When one is offering to Krishna, the work and the results completely goes to Krishna. Without Krishna and without mercy of devotees, one cannot do Krishna karma. So that should be our motive. Only for him. That is only Krishna karma. That's why there is no reaction. Because when you do for yourself, either it may be good or bad, pious or impious, or sinful activity, you do it for your enjoyment. That is, in that case, the laws of karma are applicable. That is not Krishna karma. And to do this Krishna karma, what are the qualifications? Should I be a rich person? No, no need. Should I be a poor person? No, no need. There is no qualification. The only qualification to do this Krishna karma is wholeheartedly you need to offer the work and results to Krishna. It is not that only a pure person can do this Krishna karma. No. Even though we may be impure, but Krishna is all pure, that Krishna can make us pure. The worst and the sinnest person in the world, even him also Krishna can make as a devotee, as a pure devotee, because we are all pure parts and part and parcel of Krishna. So we are free from all this contamination of kama, krodha, lobha and madamatsya. But because of this material association, we became so. So our original constitutional position is all pure. So that is revived when one does as a first activity Krishna karma, then one can attain Krishna. There are these 5 things I mentioned here. Work for Krishna, consider Krishna as a supreme param, become Krishna's devotee, bhakta, and Fourth one is devoid of material association. And fifth one is non-envious. And if one has all these five, one does all these five, then one can attain Krishna. This is the essence of Srimad Bhagavad Gita completely, and also essence of 11th chapter, summarizing 11th chapter. Hare Krishna. So today we have discussed how we can work for Krishna. What is Krishna karma? Even at our level, anyone can perform Krishna karma, but there are some things one needs to take care of. One should not get attached to the results. One should offer the work and the results completely to Krishna. There is no requirements that one needs to be rich or poor, but full honesty, one should perform it only for Krishna. It should be completely related to Krishna directly. Yes. Tomorrow we will discuss about the second one and third one. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for patiently hearing. If anyone has any comments, feel free to share. Okay. I see there is no question. Can end here. Thank you so much for joining and for hearing patiently. Hare Krishna. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।